Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to this week's episode review of Stargirl. Sorry, it's a little late. Internet was acting up and I couldn't actually stream the show last night, but I streamed it this morning and I'm here to tell you my thoughts. But first, before we go into it, remember I do stream on Twitch if you would love to come over and have a conversation, talk about the show, because this is not just my side, I want to know yours as well. So this episode of Stargirl was really good. The beginning had me on edge a little bit because all the other JSA members were not listening to Pat. Pat was concerned, and rightfully so. Pat has the experience while these other kids they don't have any experience. They are just going into this blindly, and the end of the episode kind of touched on that as well. So Pat wants all the items back. Courtney is struggling to get them back, and once she finally comes clean to Beth and Wildcat, she's basically met with no. They're not giving it back. Beth actually has a friend in Dr. Mid-Nite, and Wildcat finally feels like this is her moment to succeed and overcome what she has experienced in the past with the whole pictures sent around the school and everything. Hourman, let me talk about him for a second. The whole beginning of this episode, while Hourman, he was a loose cannon. He didn't listen to Pat when Pat tried to talk to him and say, "Hey, you're not treating the powers right. Your dad wouldn't do this and all that." And I mean, Hourman had a point by saying, "Well, how you didn't even know this journal wasn't correct? So like, how well did you know him?" And that's valid. That is 100% valid. But again, Pat has that experience, and he actually cares about these kids. So he just doesn't want to see them killed, like his friends who were the original JSA. So our man does not. I mean, he just wants full on revenge and rage, and that's what he's getting basically, because he's just going full force into everything. When the gambler, when it comes up that the gambler is hijacking these communication satellites, instantly I knew for a fact that, hey, this is where the other two are going to show up. The First of all, I gotta say, I knew something was up with the gym owner from the beginning, because he was too into it. And I get it, there's some people like that, but wow. But I love that whole dynamic of both of them. They're a married couple. They have a daughter. They killed the gym coach because the daughter wasn't gonna play the homecoming game, and apparently they've killed multiple gym coaches. One with a riding lawnmower. Like, this is gruesome, but like it's grabbed me and I love it. But basically, our new JSA goes to the satellite communication building in order to stop the gambler. But ultimately, the gambler's not there. He's at home, because why would the hacker be somewhere else? So he's listening to Timber, watching a NASCAR race and a football game at the same time, hacking the communication satellites in order to get their codes. While he sent the the two married couples, Tigress and all, to the actual communication center. JSA goes in, sees a dead man. They're all like, and they they split up. They don't listen to Courtney at all. And it shows that they have no training at all. They're literally getting their ass handed to them. And Courtney, I have to say, I loved the Stargirl action fucking sequences. Courtney's ability with gymnastics and the help from the staff really and shows that she's at a better stage of superhero fighting than the others, because the others sucked. Pat shows up, kind of saves the day. At first, I thought the staff was gonna blow up and break, but luckily that did not happen. And then Pat, he does this whole thing like, yeah, it's like they don't listen to you. It's in one ear and out the other. Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of how I feel. Um, and I love how we got the JSA and we're gonna build upon it, and it's formed. We're not gonna get Green Lantern because the ring's somewhere. We don't know where the ring is, so that's probably gonna be a season 2 thing, um, for the Green Lantern to show up. I do have to say though, Pat's son and Barbara, they're connecting a lot like Courtney and Pat is. And I kind of feel bad that Pat didn't show up to the science fair. Like that kind of that was hurtful. Like kids, like, oh, there's no parents there, and then everyone's parents are there, and it's just, and luckily when Barbara came around the corner, that was a sigh of relief because it truly showed that he was kind of hurt. Overall, if I was gonna give this episode a rating, I would give this one about an 8.5. It did have a slow start, and it was a little aggravating how on the nose it was, but the ending picked up and was great. This is not just me; it's a conversation. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. Remember, you can follow me on Twitch. Link is in the description, and feel free to subscribe if you want to know more of these Stargirl reviews. Because I'm going to do this, and I'm also going to be doing Doom Patrol tomorrow. So, can't wait for that. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.